was almost 31 weeks when I went into premature labor. They put me on IV medicine to stop my contractions. The first day I was in the hospital, they gave me one shot to mature Grayson's lungs, and then I got one the next day. I was preparing myself that I obviously was going to have my child early, but I didn't think that I would have him 5 days after I left the hospital. The nurses were wonderful. I actually had a nurse named Shauna when I was in antepartum who came in and sat with me when my family wasn't there, and she just held my hand and told me that I was going to be okay, and I'm getting emotional. Grayson Andrew Lawfer was born on April 22nd, 2012. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. I was still in shock to believe that it was actually my baby, but it was amazing. Love at first sight. Since he was born prematurely, that they always have to be taken up to the NICU, and his one nurse, Vance, was amazing. I went home 3 times out of the 3 weeks that Grayson was there, and Vance was amazing and cared for Grayson like he was his own baby.
They do all kind of become your child along the way, so especially with Grayson, being the rock star he is, he kind of took off, so it was fun. I enjoyed taking care of him a lot.
I woke up at Grayson's 3 o'clock feeding, and Vance was rocking Grayson, calling him his little dude, and saying how he needed to get strong and eat on his own so he could go home with me. And
I know I've given the best care I can. When you see the glint in those parents' eyes on the day of discharge, to know that they're comfortable going home and they know that they're going to do well, they're going to exceed expectations because of everything that your team and people here on this unit have performed for them.
I remember when I came up to the hospital to set them up on the monitor. She was very nice, very attentive, really wanted to know what was going on. She wanted to know everything she could know about the monitor and feel very comfortable with it.
When we got home, Grayson, one day his monitor kept going off, and it was after hours, it was around 7 o'clock p.m., and she drove all the way out here to give us a new monitor.
She was having trouble with the monitor. It kept going off for no reason. She couldn't understand why, didn't know why it was going off. So I went out to the home and actually switched out the monitor completely and sent that one in for repairs. So just very grateful for that.
She was so happy about it, and she was thrilled to come see Grayson and know how he was doing, and everyone asked her about him when she got back to the office the next day to know how he was doing and how everything was going for us.
You could tell that she was really in tune at the NICU. They did a lot of teaching with her, and she took that teaching home with her, and she was able to not be afraid of the monitor, the apnea monitor, the O2 monitor. She knew what to do when they went off. She took very good care of him.
Kelly was super nice. She always came in with a smile, and she always had stories to share.
Well, the thing I remember the most is that when I pulled up at their house, it happened to be right across the street from where I grew up. I treat those kiddos and the older people just like they're my own. And nobody gets treated differently. I don't care if you're poor, I don't care if you're rich, I don't care if you have everything in the world, you're still my client. And I take care of you the same way that I took care of the last person. Exactly how I would want somebody that I love to be taken care of.
I felt that all of them sincerely cared for me and my child, that they wanted the best for me and Grayson. No matter what time of day or night, they would always be there, and they would always help us out no matter what.